Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Boss Rush at PAX West. I'm Corey Dierig, and after some really fun takes of this episode in audio and all kinds of nightmares, man, that was fun. I'm here with a great panel of creators who do great things and should be recognized, even though this morning has been a nightmare. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're all
Nobody
tired.
will ever know because of production. Why don't each of you introduce yourselves and what you do and where you're from and what you create?
Hi, my name is Justin Robinson. I am one of the 4 hosts of the Rusty Rupees podcast, where we stream 7 days a week, a variant of different games, a little bit of something for everybody. We dive kind of heavy now into the nerd spaces, specifically me with my D&D campaign. So please go check us out at Rusty Rupees on YouTube, and please just go check us out.
My name's Darren Simmons. I'm also one of the 4 hosts of the Rusty Rupess podcast. Like my co-host here said, we stream daily, different varieties of games. We have community days, play Tekken Tuesdays, where we're just there to beat ass and talk shit amongst each other.
Yes, sir.
We bring on people for our podcast, talk about games, anime, music, whatever the flavor of the week is, whatever the sad news that is in this industry, we unfortunately talk about a lot because we know how that is.
Right.
And bring on amazing people like this just to talk, chat, and just overall, this event is for this.
Yep.
And these are the connections that we build, and
Yes,
we enjoy that. So thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Spaghetto here. I'm here with the Spaghetto channel. This is my first ever convention, so
Oh wow.
a lot of nerves and anxiety, but I've been having so much fun meeting new creators and networking with everyone. I initially got popular on YouTube for visual novel playthroughs and visual novel production, and now I've been dipping into professional voice work, and we have pivoted into doing gaming live streams on Twitch, and in under 2 weeks, we got Twitch affiliate and have streamed with over 50 different content creators and organized a 24-hour live stream where we had I think 35 guest appearances in one stream, and we raised hundreds of dollars during that stream. And one of the sub goals we had is when we reached a sub goal, we bought a bunch of wooden props and birdhouses from Michael's, and we would smash it with a hammer on the second camera. So we had a second camera dedicated to breaking stuff.
Nice.
When we reached our sub goals, and people loved it, and it meant a lot to us, and our community is really starting to grow and thrive. And just check us out, Spaghetto on YouTube and Spaghetto TV on Twitch. We are always looking for people to just come and say hi and join us in our community.
Cool.
So I'm Tatiana. I am the co-founder of allagencygeek.com. Essentially what we do is we interview a lot of creators, indie game devs, voice actors, content creators, just anyone in general who's creating content. We like to give them a space to have their stories told, because the one thing we're very passionate about is having, the reason why someone started something, like why did you start making a game, why did you want to be a voice actor, stuff like that. We like to just have people on, no matter the size of their following. We just like to talk to people, whether it's written, because some people are afraid to be on podcasts, video, audio, anything like that. We just like to talk to folks. We also have our own YouTube channel where we do reactions and gameplays. We typically do more gameplays for indie game devs, and we do a lot of reactions to Critical Role, Common Writer, stuff like that. We also are making our first game, which is really exciting. It's called I Married a Monster on a Hill. It's essentially a visual novel romance game with a variety of characters that are fully voiced. It's planned to release 2026, but we hope to have demos out in 2025. I also break microphones.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, you'll see that later if there's a funny thing after
That's
this.
why
There
the
will be
audio is so
involved.
Don't be too loud. You'll scare the microphone.
Yes.
Jersey.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, Jersey.
That explains a lot.
Sorry. We have
Uh,
the pizza though, so.
That's true.
I'm from
Hey,
here.
I heard the pizza there is pretty good.
yeah. So we're all here trying to do our thing, right? And that's kind of what our goal is at Boss Rush, is to talk to everybody, right, regardless of size or gender, whatever orientation, all these different things that we have to categorize people in now. We can't all just be people who are just friends.
Oh,
right?
right.
And,
Wait, so
we
am I
can't- wait,
considered
we
like
can't be
huge friend? Is that
yes.
I was
that
thinking-
where
yes,
my
huge
category?
friend. Yeah.
Huge friend.
Yes.
Okay.
Big man.
Big
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So we're all trying to do the thing. We're all trying to make friends and collectively, just trying to do what we love, right? And
absolutely.
And
Yep.
this PAX, I think, allows us to do that in a way that we normally can't, right? It allows us to be
Absolutely.
interactive because, I don't really know how you all are, but my team scattered all over the country, right?
Same.
Stephanie's in Boston, David's here in Seattle, Ed's in Chicago. Like our team is everywhere.
Right.
And so being at these conventions, I've been podcasting with them for 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And at PAX East was the first time I've met any of them.
Really?
Oh,
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I'm sure that was like really exciting for you.
Yeah.
it was exciting, but at the same time it was like
You already knew them.
natural to like
Yeah.
it didn't it was exciting, but like it felt like we had already done it.
Yeah.
It's like seeing family.
Yeah.
That's what the space creates. Is we make so many
Facts.
connections online, whether through the toxicity that is Twitter, but
Yeah.
or just however, and we get
I
to
think
know
you mean
each other.
X.
Oh,
I know what I said.
We said no. We
That's what I
said.
said. But once we come together and actually get to interact and talk and be a real person with
Right,
somebody,
right.
that's when these connections are made. That's when once we leave, there is very much a post-PAX depression of like,
Facts.
I
No,
miss
seriously.
my friends. I miss the people that are like-minded. We share the same interests. We're all, like you said, we're just all trying to do it, regardless of size, regardless of how our influence is in the industry we love. We're just trying to do something that we love, and
Yeah.
seeing everybody who does that as well and can just talk about it and like, this is great. I love it. I love it. I love it here.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So we saw a lot of great games here. There's a ton of games. Still have more to see today and tomorrow. People are here on the fourth day, unlike me.
Hey, us. Too.
Yeah,
get
I
it.
go home in the morning.
Same.
Gross. So what are some games that stood out? What did you see?
I'm sorry, Darren. Monster Hunter.
That's a tag team.
Yeah.
No,
That's fair.
Monster Hunter Wilds was the
That's a
main.
small indie
Oh.
game, Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that small,
It is.
that incredibly tiny indie game.
It's like I'll just say for us, even though it's not the small indie title, for us, Monster Hunter means a lot
It
because of the bonds that we've made and
Mhm.
You remember how
Friends.
you remember how you said that you had friends across the country, and then when you finally met up with them, it was like family.
Mhm.
I have one of those.
Mhm.
I've never met him,
Mhm.
but he's as close to me as a brother.
Yeah.
But I've never met the man.
Yeah. I have two of those in Destiny actually. So it's kind of like the same thing where we met through Destiny searching for stuff, and we've been friends, but I've never met him.
Right.
But we've been friends for almost a decade.
Yeah,
now.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The friends meet along the way.
exactly.
I know.
And those friendships that we made through Monster Hunter is kind of what even led me to make the call to him of like, hey, let's start something because of what those friends that I met were doing.
Mhm.
And so years later now, because we've been doing this now 5 years as well, getting a chance to come here early, get that first impression on the thing that I love and the thing that created so many opportunities for me,
Yeah.
it means a lot and
Yeah.
it feels special.
Yeah.
So I know it's not the indie darling,
Facts.
but
it was something we needed to
it's
talk
a
about.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter did a lot, and it feels good to be able to come down. Like met Ryuzo Sugimoto at the Game Awards a couple months back, and just like, bro, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know how people don't understand what video games do for people,
Yeah.
and what those bonds can be created over like-minded natures.
Yeah.
So getting a chance to play stuff early, give those impressions, and being able to say, this thing that I've been playing for the past 10 years in different iterations, met friends, we can be some of those people to say, hey, here's what's going on with it, and that feels really special.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
It's the community aspect, right?
absolutely.
That's what these conventions do. Community aspect.
Yeah.
Games like Monster Hunter and Destiny, and I know the Genshin Impact community is huge.
Yeah.
Based on
It is,
I read.
yeah.
But-
Everyone I know plays Genshin, and they're like, please play it. And I'm like, okay.
How much money do I have to spend to get the best player?
Yeah, I'm already spending too much in Fortnite. Like, I gotta stop.
I know. I don't even play Fortnite. I bought all the damn Marvel skins.
Deadpool was just so attractive. His ass in the costume in
Oh,
Fortnite was just, it really popped.
I did it for Wolverine and Julie.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Good choices, really good choices. I just got Deadpool.
But if I had to choose an indie, I would choose Ender Magnolia. Yeah, I was able to play it yesterday and get my hands on it. I did not play Ender Lilies, and Ender Magnolia makes me want to go back to play Ender Lilies.
Yeah, Ender Magnolia has come up at least 4 times on these panel things that we've done.
Yeah.
I mean, Roger was playing it too, right? And yeah, it sounds amazing. I got to go see it today.
Yeah,
that and the other one
beautiful.
is Key Locker.
Yeah, heard about that too.
Yeah, I tried that out yesterday. It's fantastic.
Cool.
I'm a big Cyberpunk fan, so
Yeah.
it fits.
And then like another one, didn't so much play it here, but we had a chance to talk to the developers with Black Cat for Slay the Princess. And so they have the Pristine Edition. It's going to be releasing soon, and so expanding onto consoles and everything like that. And so I'm sure this has come up before, but if anybody hasn't played Slay the Princess, it's one of those games that just go in blind and just understand that the game is carried by nothing but amazing dialogue. The narrative choices that you make can affect so many different things and go so many different twists and turns, and it's a visual novel with amazing voice acting. No characters on screen aside from this princess that can go each just different ways. And with the Pristine Edition, they're adding different endings, a couple different character options, a couple different personalities for your character, and those little nuances change the game so much. And so I've already played through the normal base game, and I'm ready to go through it again with the Pristine Edition, just because it's so good. It's a good game. It is like that's something that I'm so glad to be able to talk to developers about and just hear their passion for this different visual novel aspect. And it's like it's carried by the voice acting and
different languages now too, right?
They translated to 12 different languages for the dialogue options. Yeah.
Whoa.
And it's only 2 voice actors, and both of their ranges are incredible.
Yeah.
The whole thing
Yeah.
is just 2 people
That's
voicing
great.
it, and it is
So many
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fantastic.
that's
Yeah.
Did you meet Tom and Abby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting a chance to talk to them, and
fantastic.
it's coming to things like this and getting a chance to interview devs for things that you
Yeah.
love, things that you have an interest in, and get those specific introspective like thought processes behind stuff, and just hear the things that you typically wouldn't know unless you talk to the people. It's like this is what
Yeah.
You're so happy.
This is
Yeah, hey, man.
Hey,
The excitement is real.
I love the passion that
Yeah.
these developers put into
Yep.
their games. And,
Thanks.
at the end of the day, they push that button, stuff goes live, and they're terrified.
Yep. I experienced that firsthand.
And so getting to hear the humble nature of like, we don't know how this was going to go, and the reception we got was just so good. And it just makes us feel like we made the right choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're glad that our baby is making the rounds.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
hey,
Yes, sir.
I sell what I love.
That's
like
still what I love.
So
we
do this.
we had them on our spotlight series right before the first version came out.
That's
Nice.
And
man.
yeah, Stephanie, our co-host, interviewed them, and they're just the nicest people.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, we interviewed them yesterday, and they were so kind to us.
Fantastic.
And we were at the Baldur's Gate party with them yesterday. Just absolutely delighted to see us. They're like, "Hey, holy shit!"
And that's the reaction that I love, is
Yeah.
that once after everything work-wise is said and done, and you see them
You just
in
get
just
to
a
hang
natural
out,
environment,
yeah.
and you get to hang out and be people
This is
with
like
each other, it's just like,
Yeah.
work is
Facts.
kind of turned off. How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And we go from there, and
Right.
it's
like
Yeah.
great.
behind the scenes and just actually person to person. It's so nice.
That's
Absolutely.
That's how it was at the yacht club appointment yesterday. We stayed 20 minutes over our appointment, just hanging out and
Wow.
talking about
Wow.
stuff. Just because I mean I've known Celia forever. They're
Yeah.
PR or marketing.
Yes.
person. And then Sean Velasco, the designer of Shovel Knight, is just the nicest
Yeah.
person.
We met some of the Shovel Knight crew last night.
Yeah.
They were so cool.
Yeah,
Our
Sean.
boy Cam had said the same thing. Be like,
Mhm.
"Oh yeah, hi, make Shovel Knight," and I'm in the room like,
Yeah.
"I've watched your game 7 times.
Yeah.
dog.
I've never met you.
Yet." But
Yeah.
that's going to change because we
Yeah.
have an appointment later too. So that's
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing this.
Tell him I said hello because I didn't say it enough yesterday. And, he probably has some kind of restraining order. That's fine. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
We love it
Shovel
here.
Knight fan.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
And also, we didn't play it, but shout out to King's Isle for
Oh,
their new project that they're working on. So these are developers of Wizard 101, Pirates 101. They're doing a remake for Fate, one of their titles from back in 2005. She said there was 4 games. Now it's going to be a whole collection. They're reworking UI, remastering the game, just getting that out to. It's about to hit a 20th anniversary, so they're like, let's work on
yes,
it.
sir.
And then as well as they're working on their first new projects since 2012, which is still connected to the Wizard 101 and Pyro 101 universe. So Ravenwood Academy, and Sam, one of the creative writers on it, his passion, like
That
he's
beautiful
one of the
bastard.
most passionate people we've ever met. We set the microphone down, tell him go, he just goes.
Yeah. Oh,
He just goes.
but that passion he exudes,
Yeah.
it's heartwarming.
Yeah.
Like to feel what, for him to be able to exude what he feels about his project
Yeah.
to us,
Yeah.
like it makes you want to talk to him more.
And it makes you want to play the game as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when someone
Yeah.
has that passion. Because some people just make a game for money.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the industry are like money grab. So
Exactly.
when someone
Yeah.
is like, oh, this is why I made this game.
Yeah.
This is why I love the game that I'm creating. It makes like buyers and people playing the game feel better about playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not just a money grab.
And then going from MMOs to now it's a story single. It's an experience, so start, middle, end,
Yeah.
and going decades back from where you are in Wizard 101. So you start understanding characters that are in Wizard 101 and seeing them from back in the day, or some people that you didn't know about. And so it's just expanding the world. And so seeing them start up a new project and hearing the passion of their, like, we just made a 5-minute, just quick vertical slice of the game just to try to get it out there. We've only worked on this for maybe 5-6 months now, and so they're about to go into full production, and they're just like, we just want to get out there and just show this excitement. And so it's another excitement.
King's Isle. If you guys haven't, please go stop by King's Isle.
I definitely will after.
Tell Sam the Rupee sent you,
tell
and it's
Sam Ruby
amazing.
sent you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to check it out.
Listen.
So he stole one of my answers with Slay the Princess. I love that game so much, and the reason I love Slay the Princess so much is Doki Literature Club is what
Yep.
got me
Absolutely.
popular, and Slay the Princess felt like an extension of that, like that genre visual novel,
Yeah, absolutely.
and just the mind-bending aspects of like the time loop
Facts.
in that game is just
Facts.
fucking perfect.
You mean creepy?
Like, pardon me, but like it's just incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I also want to shout out another game. It's like, so imagine Celeste, but you're like a frog, and you can pinball around the map with your tongue.
Uh-huh.
And there's Cuphead themed, like there's like bosses that look like they're from Cuphead in the game.
Are you talking
So-
about Croak?
Yeah, Croak. The game is called
it's
Croak.
the,
It's
it's the
incredible.
Cuphead animators.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they worked with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
they were so kind to us yesterday. They made room for us. We got to do an interview with them, and it's been amazing just going to all these indie booths, interviewing the developers, and playing the games on camera with them present.
Mhm.
Like, we interviewed this Polish team, and they made a game called Last Planes, where anime girls turn into actual like fighter planes,
Oh, yeah.
and it's a visual novel crossed over with a bullet hell side-scrolling shooter.
That's cool.
So I've never seen that before, and we enjoyed hanging out with them so much that like we did like an in-person like voiceover of like the visual novel parts, and we had a crowd around us while we were doing like all the goofy voices, and they were laughing. And then when the risque scenes came up, it was even more funny voicing that with the developers.
Yeah.
And it's just, those are the moments I live for, and we enjoyed seeing them and hanging out with them so much. We visited them twice, like
Mhm.
just how nice they were.
Yeah.
And I just, that type of passion and energy, it just makes me feel alive.
Yeah.
That's why I do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
Hell yeah.
I love at East we saw Robots at Midnight, and
Yes, sir.
Daniel Posner was like, his energy about the game and his excitement and nervousness at the same time,
Yeah.
like, was so heartwarming to see developers still having that passion, because like you see these developers, and they're like, sometimes it's like their third, fourth, fifth
Yeah.
convention maybe in a row,
Right.
and they're just like, you can tell they're tired.
Yeah,
And they're just like,
yeah.
but like, you just have to remind yourself, these small indie developers, like, they're doing it because they love it.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we can play Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty or whatever all we want, but like the passion is within these smaller projects.
Yes.
And it's really exciting.
I wound up playing his game at the Mix,
Mm-hmm.
and so one of our other hosts did too, and wasn't able to get by the boss. And so my host tells the developer, he's like, "Yeah, I think my boy will have an easier time than I did." And so I step up and I start fighting the boss, and I hear him in the background. Oh my God, he's doing so well. Where did you learn to parry like that? It just introduced the mechanic.
There it is.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like excited playing, like I'm getting hyped because he's talking about how well I'm doing while I'm thinking I'm playing like shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh, these parries are horrible. Like I'm not getting them off. I'm getting my ass beat. And like he's like, he's doing so good. And I'm like, I'm really not.
That's so funny.
But yeah, no, but it was like you said, it's the passion from the developers that really kind of pushes you through these games.
Yeah.
The game I'm going to shout out that we actually talked to here is Pizza Bandit. It's a pretty I know you're going to interview them later.
Yeah, we're interviewing
The game that broke the
literally
first
like
microphone.
today.
Yeah, I also I'm so excited to talk about the game. That's why. So it's kind of like Overcooked, but with like shooting and stuff. So it's why I like this game a lot is because they don't take themselves too seriously. Like, it's a very comedic game. Like people who like shooting or people who like cooking, it's a good game for anyone. The mechanics are pretty easy to understand, and the developer is a very kind and comedic person. And they also take a lot of like what their players are saying, like, oh, I don't really like this or that, and they'll actually take the consideration of players.
Yeah.
But it's just cool to see developers talk about their game. Like when we were talking, you'll learn later today. When we were talking to him, he's just very passionate and a very like loves his work, takes advice from all the players, and isn't like offended when someone says, oh, I don't like this part of the game or that, which is very important to do, especially for game creation, because you want to make sure that your players actually like the game. So their booth is also really cool. There's pizza boxes, and apparently they're giving away like gift cards for Domino's or something.
You're getting me hyped.
Yeah.
Noted.
Right, noted.
I think their release is 2025, but their demo is out now. It's just a very good funny game, but also like it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it looks like it's a serious game. But it's comedy because you're like making pizza while shooting aliens. I mean, like who doesn't want to do that? Like
Me. I'm kidding.
You have to pretend you do.
You have to pretend you do. I love that.
Yeah, that's the game that I'm going to shout out from PAX West.
Nice.
I need to go check that out too.
Do it.
It's on my
booth
list.
is cool.
Yeah, the book is
They
cool.
got little pizza boxes.
My afternoon is open, so yeah.
Mine's not.
What time is it?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah,
We should probably be done. But yeah, that's gonna.
Okay, I got time.
Thank you, thank you for joining me on this segment.
Thank you for having us, bro.
This was Boss Rush at PAX West. Join us for another segment. I don't know what order these are in. This might be the last one. Who knows? We'll find out. See you on the next segment.
Bye, everyone. Stay safe, please.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.